This is a fantastic video for anybody who's dealing with their dog jumping on people when they come over. We filmed it a couple weeks ago at my UK seminar. As a reminder, my friend and I, Forrest Mickey, will be over in Australia this November, and I'm gonna be doing a seminar in the Upstate Canada Academy this December by myself for the very first time. Link for all of that information is in the description below. You don't want to have to nag your dog off for years. Just do it right the first couple times and the dog's like, got it. This is going to come right back down to our enforcement. You got a young puppy, excited to see everybody. You know, when you go out to places, everyone wants to see a young, excitable, cute puppy. When you have people over, it's the same thing. So you're kind of going against the grain. You're like, please don't. Oh, okay. And you know, they're already up. So the slip that Thomas has there looks like a 6-foot nylon rope. So I like to use 4 feet with a spring-loaded tab. So you have a like fixed leather tab there. So the spring-loaded tab will stay in place. So you guys can see on both sides where the slip is sitting. It doesn't give you a lot of leverage. It should be right behind his ears. So changing the slip leash out and just changing your equipment in general is could be the difference between having power steering in your vehicle and not. It's huge. Okay, so you see my spring-loaded slip here. You want it snug. You don't want it, I don't like the word tight. Snug is good, okay?
Like a finger in between? Like
Nice right there, and you can adjust it every now and then, but you guys can see the difference between where this is sitting versus the other one. Common principles of jumping. We could do negative reinforcement, we can do avoidance, we can do negative punishment, we can do all sorts of avoidance of like, nope, I'm not here. But I find that when you do things like that, the dog just turns around and gets in front of you. And you're like, okay, I'd like to be a little bit more assertive. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste your dog's precious time. I want you to be as clear as you can. Lupo. Off. Lupo. Yes, good. So we talked about enforcement. The enforcement that provides versus this nicely fitted slip, much different. You might think, oh, I have a slip. Same thing with, oh, I have a prong collar. And we're like, not really, you know? So you just have to make sure it's fit right because again, less is more. Come. Yes, good, so I'm paying. Every time that I back up, he's gonna wanna jump, every time. So I'm paying him when he doesn't. So he'll go, oh, hell yeah, this is way better. I get paid, I don't get the correction. I'm not gonna do that thing anymore. Lovely, great. Yeah, good boy.
Well done to you.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Off. Good. So this will be that challenge, that handoff. And the reason why he'll jump on you versus me is because I've enforced it, right? Yes. So good cop, bad cop. I'm the strict uncle, but you will be too. And then things will even out for you. So you just try to take the leash and then if he jumps, just let go so I can. Good boy. Good. Good. Okay, and you can walk off with them. So you're gonna do the same thing, off and pop. As these guys work on that, you guys saw very clearly what a really on-time, precision-based correction can do for a dog's life and the clarity it provides. So if we put a harness on, we put a gentle leader on, we can go through all those things. But I've used all those things thousands of times on thousands of dogs. And that's why you guys are here. You're like, hey, this guy's done it every day for a decade. What has he got to say? And I'm like, this is gonna be the most efficient, easy to get, because I don't wanna waste your time. Like, why would I do that? Well, we could do all these other things. We could, or we can just get right to the thing and just start, you know, working on things. And this is a perfect dog for that. I was gonna say, like when you came up the first time, your leash pressure was a little on, a little taut. And whenever you're applying, let me see the leash for 1 sec. Okay, break. Whenever you see that timing, right? I should be good at that. So I'm not trying to show off and be fancy and say like, oh, did you see? I'm a dog trainer. I should be able to do that. But it's important that you see the timing. The moment his front feet came up, immediately. So I'm not like, no. How about we? Because then he's so opportunistic at this age. He's like, what can I get? You give him an inch, he takes 6 miles. So just that timing really quick, the front feet come up, I'm like, no, back down. He's like, okay, got it. It's important when you're using the slip on a very, I'll say moldable puppy. You wanna be very clear. So good dog, bad dog, but it's also good dog, bad dog, bad dog. Any pressure that you give up is giving the dog information, okay? So when we pull this way, when we teach puppies to yield, yes, good. So just watch my leash pressure. Pressure, release. This is basic pressure release principles. Good. This teaches the dog how to walk on a loose leash. Pressure, release. Pressure, release. Pressure, release. There's a difference between direction and correction, okay? Direction is, how about we come over here, we're avoiding the situation, it's not fair to correct you. Pressure, direction. And then a correction is like what we've been doing with the jumping. So when you're applying pressure to a dog, you're trying to give them information to go a different direction, and it's their job to yield to that pressure. When you're correcting, it's a pop. It's precision over power. So like you saw that little correction there, it was a snap, like a really good boxer. Like you just, you're like, what the hell, like a jab. Like it happens so fast. The moment that they jump up, nope, you make it uncomfortable. The moment they jump up, the moment they do something wrong, snap, bang. It's uncomfortable for them. They're like, whoa, what was that? And you try to pair. Every time that you do this behavior, that happens. Simple as that. Basic operant conditioning. And again, it's the same exact principles of positive reinforcement. When we're introducing positive reinforcement, it's to encourage a behavior to happen again in the future. When I say sit and you sit and I go, yes, good sit, bang, squeak, treat, the dog's like, hell yeah, I want to do that again. And if we believe in that wholeheartedly, which I know probably you guys do in the room, it's the same exact principles on how to discourage behavior. Positive reinforcement encourages behaviors. We want to see that again in the future. Thank you very much. After that, when the dog does something we don't want to use, we're using positive punishment. Okay, so we're then adding punishment to the equation to discourage. It's basic operant conditioning. But again, you could be radical with it. There's certain people in the in every industry. It doesn't matter if you're positive only camp or balanced or old school military crank and yank. There's radicals who just go way off the deep end on both ends, right? Just like politics in our states, and I'm sure here in the UK as well. You just have to be a good person and read between the lines of like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me, but and you just meet it right in the middle. Okay, let's do an encounter. Now, come up and you can greet me. Hello, Thomas.
Hey, Tom.
Nice to meet you.
Same here. Boy,
There you go. Good.
Good boy.
We're just gonna add a little bit more like, oh hey, Lupo, how are you? And that's gonna be, because that's what probably people are gonna do. Not many people are gonna come. Yeah, so we'll work on that. But we don't wanna make it unfair. We wanna make it a challenge, but we don't wanna make it unfair. Hi, what a cute dog. What a cute dog you are. Good. Now we'll give him a break, but you're still not gonna allow him to jump. Just because kids have recess doesn't mean they can throw rocks at each other still. So there's still rules and regulations. So break. Break. Good. Break, buddy. Good. Now work on, good. And just pop instead of pull. So see how you kind of like pulled him down with you? You want to like, Hi.
Hi.
There you go. Good. Hello. Good. And this is really hard for him. It's kind of,
Yes, he's freaking.
it's a little unfair, but it's realistic.
Good.
I mean, I'm not even full like dog lover on you right now. This is good. All right, let's break. Nice job. Really nice. Oh my God, what a pretty dog. I have one at home. So sweet. What's that collar? Oh my God, just let them do what they want. Why do you even, what are you? Wow. Oh my gosh. Good. Oh, we didn't jump. That's good. Pay him for that. Good. Good.
I've been a big fan of Tom Davis. You know, I was YouTubing it before I got Lupo, because this time around, this is my third lab. I really wanted to kind of work with him. And I think the one takeaway for me here, and Tom's ability to break things in kind of little steps. You know, I as a dog owner want Lupo to do everything right away. But really to understand how a dog thinks and breaking a process up in small steps. And each one is a win, but it builds up. We're a real testament to Tom's thing I love about Tom. And you know, he's as much as a dog trainer, as much as also a people trainer. So very lovely person.